It got a little warm. When I first started, it was a little bit warm here, but actually, I can't talk. It was a little bit cold here, and that's why I had the jacket on. But I warmed up pretty quick here. Anyways, guys, welcome to the channel. This is a fitness channel, and I try to keep you guys motivated and staying fit and healthy. I do 2 streams a day normally. I do this stream when I just go for a walk. So I'm trying to hit that 10% body fat goal, and eventually possibly jump up on stage, maybe this summer, and then try to keep you guys motivated. And then again, in the evening, I do a live weights in my home gym, which I converted. My whole garage is a gym now. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, I just was walking over there. My trail was flooded out still, but part of it has receded, so I can walk on part of it, but I have to go the back way to get there. I'm trying to be healthier, but it's hard. Why is it hard? Explain why is it hard? Because I don't think it's as hard as you might make it. Because right now, I'm pretty busy. I got a family, I work 40 hours a week. I know some people work more, but you also have breaks. And if it takes just a 15-minute break, just go for a nice little walk for 15 minutes, if that's all you got. Use stairs, use your lunch break if you're at school. Use at recess time, eat real quick, and then go for a walk around the play yard, play with your friends. Just about keeping your heart elevated. I'm only 15 and I game. Well, that's still fun, you can game. But game and then take like a 30-minute break and go for a walk, go for a run. You gotta establish those habits now, because I'm almost 50, and people in my age group, I keep preaching this over and over again because it's kind of a shocking thing that I see people my own age in their 50s, even 40s, they look like they're almost dying. Just walking a short distance, just say from the back of the car to the front of the car, they're already winded. And some of them I've seen, they're already they already have canes. It's sad to see. It's like, it wouldn't take that much to get healthy. It's like you don't have to cut out all the junk. It's like if you love pizza, eat the pizza. But instead of having 5 slices, have 2 slices. It's really not as difficult as people like to make it, because people see some of the stuff online, people going hardcore, no sweets, no sugar, protein, no carbs. And then you'll get to your goals. No, you don't have to do that. If you're trying to lose weight, all it's about is being in a calorie deficit. Because on Sunday, I had cupcakes, and I'm still dropping weight. It's a little slower than I would like it to be, but I'm still having fun with my diet. 7 views, good job. It's going up slowly. Paradise, hi, welcome. I'm good. How are you doing today? Just going for a walk on this trail here, and it's kind of flooded out, so I'm trying to get to it without, I don't want to get wet. Mike, I'm 211, 5'10", and advised to get down to 190. That's a good, reasonable goal. Number one thing is you got to be on a calorie deficit, and you get there by eating less. And if you want to track your calories, download something like MyFitnessPal. I'm not associated with them at all, but that's what I use. Use MyFitnessPal. Just for one day, put in that app, put everything you eat. Doesn't matter whether it's cookies all day, just junk, put it all in there. And then you put your specs, you put everything, and it tells you where you are. And then a little bit of cardio. You need, regardless, you should be doing some cardio, some walking, maybe about 30 minutes a day, because that'll help you with your heart health and all that. To get really specific and really help you, if you want to get on my Instagram or Twitter, go over there and DM me, and I can ask some more personal questions, and we can lay out a nice plan. But 211 to you're 211 pounds, and you're 5'10" and want to get to 190. That's a really reasonable goal. And it's all a matter of being in a calorie deficit. That's what it comes down to. Be in a calorie deficit. Oh, am I cutting off? Hopefully that's better. Not bad, thanks. But yeah, if you're trying to lose weight, it's all about being in a calorie deficit. And you should, I mean, in a routine, in a program, you should incorporate some weights, because if you're lifting, that also helps with your bones get stronger as you get older. Because some people, when they get older, you see people in their 80s, they fall down, they break a hip. If you work out with resistance, your bones will get stronger, and you'll be a lot better off when you hit your 80s, 70s, 80s, and up. Can you fast first part of the day and eat less? Yeah, fasting is a thing, but at the same time, it's good and bad at the same time. I've tried it a little bit. I've tried fasting, and what ends up happening for me is when I fast, because what I was doing is that when I wake up in the morning, I don't eat anything till about, I wake up at, when do I wake up? I wake up around 6:30 in the morning, and I don't eat anything till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I did that for a while, and what I ended up doing was, when I got, my window of eating was shorter, but I ended up eating more than my calories because I was starving. So I just start shoving food down. So if you just have something like have your 3 meals a day, have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and 2 snacks. That's the best advice I could give you. I know fasting is a thing, but you don't need to do anything fancy. And as we get older, it's also harder to process the carbs, process dairy. So if you lower your carbs a little bit and try to get enough protein in, try to get at least a gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh 211, I think you said, get about 211 grams of protein per day. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not. And then fill in the rest with a little bit of carbs, a little bit of fat. Because if you're a guy, fat like olive oil, avocado, stuff like that, but you still need your fats to get your hormones, keep them going. Have good testosterone. If that makes any sense. I kind of rambled on there a little bit. I might have to. I was at the gym today, and I think I broke my hand. Well, it's not good. Can you move it? If it hurts and you move, I'm not a doctor, but if you can move it, you might just strained it or something. If you really think you broke it, you should go to the emergency room. Murray, hi, welcome. Do you stream every day? I do. I try to stream about twice a day. One when I do my cardio like this, and another one in the evening when I do my live weights. I stream once about 1:30 in the afternoon, and then again in the evening about 6:30 West Coast time, U.S. West Coast time. And then that's where I answer some of your questions. If you guys have questions on certain exercises, I can help you out. I've been training forever. I've been training since I was 14, almost 50 now. Used to be a personal trainer, so competed one time. Itching to get back up on stage, but we'll see if that happens again. The landscape has kind of changed, so we'll see if I actually jump up on stage. I actually have a friend this summer. He's gonna compete, but he's half my age and on gear, so I got my workout cut out for me if I'm gonna compete with him. By the way, guys, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel and hit that like. I'd appreciate it. You should put a video up of exercise. I might do that, but there's some people asking me about, I don't have all the equipment you have. How do I work out? You can do calisthenics. And I might do a few videos here or there, but there's so many videos out there that are exercise, and we'll see. I am 13 and I am a male, and I weigh 132 pounds, and I want to get more muscle. What exercises do you recommend? Compound movements, that's what I recommend. Do stuff like squats, deadlifts, bench press. Compound movements are movements that use multiple joints. So like bench press, you're using shoulder, elbow, all the way up. So you're getting, when you do a chest press, you're using chest, shoulders, some tricep, a little bit of bicep. So compound movements. Look up compound movements and do something like that. If personally, I don't like doing just compound movements. I like doing the accessory work too. So look up something like the bro split. The bro split's a good place to start. I recommend push-ups. Yeah, push-ups works too. Push-ups, pull-ups. If you got no equipment, yeah, push-ups, pull-ups, air squats. That's a good place to start. You can also do abs. There, when you're doing push-ups, you gotta tighten up your core when you're doing them. See, I mostly study at home during the day and sometimes go to the gym. Do you think I should take a walk every day, and is a treadmill good or is it bad to walk outdoors? Personally, if I had a treadmill, I'd rather walk on the treadmill, because when I'm outside, like tomorrow's supposed to rain, I have to deal with the elements and it's a little chilly. But right now this is the only option. But if I had a treadmill, I'd rather walk on the treadmill. It's just because I can set the thing to 3 miles per hour, and I can actually walk a little faster when I'm on the treadmill. And I can watch a movie or something while I'm walking. But yes, you should walk. I would recommend walking, what'd you say, 30 minutes? Yeah, if you can walk 30 minutes a day, that'd be amazing. How do you lose weight? You have to be in a calorie deficit. That's all it is about. You have to eat less than you burn. Mike, gaming, smoke weed, and stop smoking. You will lose it quick and have a lot of motivation and energy. Yeah, if you are smoking, I would knock it off. Vaping and all that, you're only hurting yourself. Hello from Turkey. Welcome from Turkey. Yeah, if you guys haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like. Let's pump up that like. Mike, I am 15. I'm good. I'm a good kid. Well, that's good that you're a good kid. That's good. But yeah, I recommend using something like MyFitnessPal. There's a bunch of apps out there, but I use MyFitnessPal because it's free. They have a paid version, but I only use the free version. And you can put all your information in there, and it'll give you a recommendation on how many calories you're you should eat per day, and just throw everything you eat in there. It doesn't matter if it's junk, just throw it all in there and see where your calories are at, and then you'll get a baseline of where your calories should be. Because some people don't know. I can kind of eyeball it now. I can kind of see when I put my chicken on my plate or vegetables or rice or whatever. I can kind of eyeball it, and I can kind of get a pretty good estimate of what calories are on my plate, because I've been doing it for so long. But sometimes you need that visual on paper to see, wow, I'm really overeating. Sometimes you're surprised. And the thing I recommend not to do is drink your calories. Every once in a while I do it, and I have to admit I did have a Starbucks this morning, a high sugar calorie thing. And every once in a while I have one. As I say, you can still have fun with your diet. You don't have to be all strict and still lose weight. But that one drink was about 400 calories. So don't drink your calories like Jamba Juice or Starbucks or any coffee house that has all the syrups and all the whipped cream and all that. Yeah, it's very tasty, but at the same time, it's super high calorie. Mike, I'm just joking in gaming. Don't smoke it. Will waste potential for the first years of it after you get used to it. Yeah, someone earlier was talking about weed. You don't need it. There are some medical needs for it, but if you're young, people use it as a recreational drug, and just don't do it. With the whole fentanyl crisis and all that, stay away from all drugs unless it's recommended by your doctor, and that's a totally different situation. I had a friend way back when that used to smoke, and sometimes he'd get more than he bargained for because his weed was laced with other stuff, and yeah, then that's no good. He gets into a whole situation. So if it's not recommended by your doctor, stay away. It hurts when I try to close it and I can't close it completely. Well, I would recommend putting some ice on it. Put some ice on it. And is it black and blue? Because if it's black and blue, that's a sign that something's going on inside. But if it's just hard to close, maybe you just strained it and just put some ice on it. And if you're a young person, I would ask your parents to look at it. And if you really think it's broken, then I'd go to the hospital and have them check it out for you. Because you could cause more damage to your hand than if you wait too long if it is broken. Do you still keep growing after 18? I need to know if I can still grow. Sometimes you still grow after 18. Don't quote me on this, but I think I read you can still grow up to like when you're 24 years old or so. It's still possible. Yeah, personally, I want to be about 6'2". Never happened. So, that's what I read. I would have to look at the research on it, but I think you can still grow. But at 18, I think you're pretty much tapped out there. And a good indicator is looking at your parents. Look at how tall your mom and dad are. And say I'm about 5'9". My dad is about 5'10". So right there is where I topped out. So if your dad is, look at where your dad or your mom is. And if you're about their height, you pretty much tapped out. If you're a girl, I think you tap out sooner. Wait, we got only one person here. We got only one person. Let me check out the channels. Let's see. It's a bit red. I can't type at all. It's difficult for me. Red's okay. It just means you hit it pretty hard with something. But if you got black and blue, that means there's bleeding under the skin, and it sounds like you just hit it pretty hard. If it's not, I would say, again, I'm not a doctor. This is just my opinion. I would say if you hit your hand pretty hard, you just hard closing it. If it's not okay in a couple of hours, or at least you can close it a little bit without pain, I would say you're okay. But if it is broken, in a couple hours, if it doesn't get better, check this out. Where is it? Big military plane. Yeah, I would say if in a couple hours or so, if you still can't close it and it's hard to close, I'd go to the hospital and have them check it out. At least put some ice on it. Put some ice on it. I'm stretching, and the wolf lawn can make you taller. Yeah, I mean, stretching can make you a little taller, I guess, because you're decompressing your spine. Something like just hanging off a branch or pull up and just hanging, that can decompress your spine a little bit, and you can get maybe half an inch, not a whole lot taller. Wolf law is jumping and putting pressure on your leg, and what it causes, microfractures. Which rebuild and grow taller? Are you talking about the things that you put in your legs with the clamps, and then you turn them every once in a while? It's a doctor thing, and you can get taller. If that's what you're talking about, I think it's a bad idea, because you're stretching your leg into an unnatural state, and I think later on in life you're probably gonna have issues. I lost my parents in a car accident. I live with my grandmother. I'm sorry about that. Well, you can ask your grandmother how tall your parents were, and that would be a good judge to know where you're at. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I've seen those things with you put them in your leg, they break your leg, and then the two clamps slowly, every day you just turn a notch or whatever, and it slowly makes you taller. But I think you're gonna hurt yourself in the long run by doing that. If you really want to be taller, I just put some lifts in your shoes or something. Wear some boots. But breaking your leg and slowly separating the bone and letting the bone heal. So I've seen that, because you've got to break the bone, stick a rod through your leg so the bone has something to graft to. So now you're gonna have a piece of metal in your legs. And I think it just sounds like bad news. Yeah, it's amazing, and it's a long process too. I think it takes like 2 years. Just every day, it's like braces. Every day they tighten it a little bit more, until your teeth go back to the shape that you want them to get to. So I would highly discourage that. I would think later on in life you'd probably have issues. But they say jump like pogo jumping. create micro tears. Yes, I'm not sure if you're talking about this or not, but something like bodybuilding, when you lift heavy weight, you're creating micro fractures in the bone as well as the muscle, and that's what gets the bone stronger and your muscle stronger and bigger. And that's why it's important to do that, because later on in life your bones are more dense, and if you fall when you're older, you're unlikely to break something. Because when you're a kid, if you fall down on pavement, most of the time you don't break a bone. You get a scratch, you bleed a little bit or whatever. You might even need stitches, but you usually don't break a bone. When you get in your 80s and 90s, if you fall, you see people where they break hips, and sometimes they even die from that, because that's the end of their life pretty much. So building strong bones is a good way to do it, by working out. I'm 25 to it's 25 to 10 in my country. Should I sleep? Depends on your schedule. It is a good idea to sleep at the same time every day, because then your body clock gets into that rhythm, and you sleep more, and you sleep your 8 hours or whatever you sleep, whatever your body needs. Because when you sleep, that's when you repair from the day's activities. And if you sleep at 10, if you sleep at 8, your body doesn't know what to do there. So yes, having a good sleeping pattern is good. So if it's 10 o'clock, I don't know your schedule enough to say yes or no. I used to go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning every night, because that was my schedule. Gammy, you are your own man. You decide when to sleep. Exactly. You sleep when you need to sleep. Let's see, what time is it? 45. Mike, okay. Mike with knowledge, yes. Sleep when you want to sleep. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the stream here, and I'm going to restart. I got about 15 minutes left, and I need to use the potty. I'll be back in like 1 minute, but I got to end the stream because I got to go to the bathroom, and not appropriate for the stream. So see ya, and I'll be back in a few minutes.